Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's just a rainy Saturday morning in central Arkansas, or no, not Saturday morning, Saturday evening. So I got a package today. I got a bunch of parts for my Gretsch, and so I've decided a long time ago that I wanted to upgrade this Gretsch into a, just put upgraded parts on it to make it more of what I wanted. Allergies are getting to me. I got a ball of snot in my throat. So it's a entry-level Gretsch. It's a model G2622. It's a 2021 model. It does not have a tremolo on it, a Bigsby on it, or anything like that. I am planning on adding one of those, should that all work out, and the Lord will it so. Right now it is completely in pieces, and originally what I was going to do is I'm going to put some new pickups in it. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I was going to do like an A/B test of like pre-upgrades and post-upgrades, but I just decided, you know what, I'm ready to start taking it apart. So everything is out of it except for the nut, and so the upgrades that I have planned for it, so like from tip to tail, so tuners, nut, it's a Graphtec nut. I'm going to get a Towner Bigsby kit, a B6 kit. I'm going to get some new studs so that it'll hold the down tension bar, because this is originally a stop tail, so it's a system where you get two new studs and there's a little crossbar, a tension bar, and it allows you to control the brake angle, and it fills the holes where the stop tail piece went. And also all you do to install it is you have an extra long strap nut. What's the name for that? I don't remember the name of it. A strap button. I'm sorry. That'll be, yeah. A strap button, you get an extra long screw for it, and you put that in place, and it holds the Bigsby from the tail, so you don't have to drill 4 new holes for your Bigsby. So that's really convenient. And then I'll also get a 1-inch Bigsby spring, because that's what's recommended if I don't like the other one. Grover tuners, TV Jones wiring harness, Gretsch knobs, a Gretsch switch tip to go with the harness. And the knobs are for that too, because the stock knobs you would have to. I didn't want to keep the stock knobs. I can't wait to show you the new knobs. They're really cool. They're in the box behind me. So I've thought a lot about pickups, and there was 3 routes I was going to go. Either McNelly, Lamber'Trons, or TV Jones. So McNelly I didn't really study on, but I just decided, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and eliminate that. They're called Sparkle'Trons. I didn't want to get Sparkle'Trons. So then I had 2 sets from TV Jones. Well, technically 3, but I would have narrowed it down to 2. First is the Power'Trons, which is like a blend of your Filter'Tron and like a Gibson PAF. So really like kind of heavier rock and roll. This tag in the back of this shirt's bothering me. It's a new shirt. We had a new song concert at my church last night, and also Cliff Preston was there. It was a great concert. Picked up some sweet merch. So definitely check them out if you haven't heard of them. That's New Song and Cliff Preston. two separate groups, but they were touring together for the Easter weekend. So either the Power'Trons or the TV Jones Classics. But after talking to Curtis of Lamber'Trons, he said that the neck pickup on a TV Jones Classic, it sounds really good, but the bridge is kind of thin. And so he would recommend, like, if I went the TV Jones route, go with a TV Classic Plus. So a TV Classic Plus and a TV Classic Plus, obviously, in the bridge. And so then I narrowed it down to that set and Lamber'Trons, and really I just decided that I want to go with Lamber'Trons. I've never changed pickups before, so I don't even know what I'm looking for, but I've heard plenty of good things. I've heard over and over and over on YouTube about Lamber'Trons. They are like very single coil voice, that's what I've noticed, but I think I'm still gonna like them in this guitar because they're not single coils. They just have that bit of it. Curtis told me it's a complete ground up design. He answered a lot of my questions. He said, one of my concerns is, are they one-trick ponies that work only for worship music? He said, no, we're often pigeonholed that way, but I asked specifically, like, will this work good through like a high gain amp, or like a medium gain amp? So not like a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, obviously, but like a push Marshall or a crank Marshall or something. And he said, yes, I think the pickups will sound very good there. And then I told him that my philosophy is, I don't want to have a bunch of guitars and only like one of them. I want every guitar I have, I want that guitar to sound like it and do it well. For instance, if I want to sound like a Gretsch, I want a good sounding Gretsch. I don't want a crappy sounding Gretsch and then have to go get another Gretsch to have a good sounding Gretsch. So that's why I'm upgrading this one. Because of course, I could just go play Player's Edition Black Falcon and sound fine. But I never really liked the sound of this Gretsch. And I know that these are the buzzwords that everybody uses, but they make a lot of sense to me. They sounded flubby. They didn't sound clear. They sounded sputtery when you pushed them with gain. And so, and also, they're more like traditional humbuckers. In fact, that guitar is routed for full-size humbuckers. So I ordered some new pickup rings from Lamber'Trons. Those will be here in a week. And I'm going to send that to my local music shop to get the nut replaced and to get new holes drilled for those pickup rings. I'm currently saving up to get the Lamber'Trons on order. And I'm probably going to do rush order. And I don't know, I'm still deciding, do I want to be patient and wait the 5 weeks, or because I have all the other parts, do I want to go ahead and get the pickups here soon so that way I can get them in the guitar? So we'll see how that goes. Maybe, I don't know, whatever is best decision is what I'll do. But Grover locking tuners, because it tunes like a Les Paul, and if you know anything about Les Pauls, you know that they have some tune stability issues sometimes. So, and really it's, and then I already mentioned the Bigsby, but back to the Lamber'Trons, they just seem to fit the bill of what I want it to do. I want it to sound like a Gretsch, but I want it clear. I don't want it flubby. In fact, there's also behind me, there's a vintage Gibson, and it was one of the first guitars I've ever played that seemed very clear. And it's a 75 ES 335. I've already put a couple shorts about it and posted an IEM mix video with it, but either way, it sounded clear. And like I said, like I was talking to Curtis about, I want my Stratocaster to sound like a good Stratocaster, in which right behind the camera there's actually a brand new Stratocaster I just got the other day. Or actually yesterday. It's a standard series Fender. It feels really good and it sounds pretty good too. And so maybe someday I might get some triple shots to put in, Lamber'Trons triple shots and a 920D custom harness. But right now I'm just going to be happy playing the guitar. I am going to put a new, like the first upgrades that I was going to do, first of all, I'm changing the strings because those are like too light of a gauge for me that it came set up with. And I may change out the nut, or I may just get some locking tuners, some Fender locking tuners. We'll see where that goes. I'm not concerned about it right now. I just want to enjoy the guitar, though. But hands down, the only thing that I know I'm going to do is change the output jack, because I like pure tone output jacks, mono output jacks, because they have those 4 connectors, very secure. It's just a simple upgrade I like to do and helps bolster my soldering skills a little bit. And so I'm going to have to get some solder and stuff like that. But really, so this is going to be part 1, and this is just me kind of babbling on about like what my plans are to do with this Gretsch, or what the plans with the Gretsch are going to be. And I'm going to film essentially just like the first upgrades, like getting the tuners installed, and just overall giving an evaluation, letting you see the guitar in its state. And we're going to do it all here. And I guess also I'll do like a tool rundown of what I'm going to do for this project. I've got a couple tools in this bag up here that I just got for this kind of project, so I'm excited to finally get to use those. And I got my tech mat here. I don't know if you can see that on camera, probably not, but and then I'm just ready to start upgrading this guitar. It's my first mod project, so I'm anxious to see how I'm going to do with it. And like I said, I think it's going to be a really cool playing, really cool sounding guitar. Like I said, I like the way it feels. I've always liked the way it's played and felt. It's just not the sound of it. And also, I just think Bigsby's are cool. And I talked to a guy last night, he was the guitar player for New Song, in which you'll see the video that I did with him. He said, you can't have a Gretsch without a Bigsby on it. So, yeah. I mean, essentially that's it. So I'm going to change the camera around, I'm going to get the guitar ready, and we'll look at the tools, and then we'll get started changing the tuners. I'll probably do that as a time lapse, but and if I miss anything, I'll be sure to either subtitle it, or I will talk about it in the process of putting on the tuners. So I'll get this camera switched around, and we'll get ready to go. Alright guys, so I got the camera switched around, and before I get the guitar, I'm essentially just going to run through like the parts that I got. And you're probably not going to see my face, but that's okay. So the parts that I got and the tools I'm going to use throughout this build project. So this is just a custom like neck holder thing, or like neck caul, not a caul, or a neck rest. I don't know, remember the technical name, but it's just a concave shape to keep the neck in, and I just put a simple dish towel in it to keep the neck from being scarred by that wood. And then I have these tools here. I built a StewMac Stratocaster, so I had to get a couple specialty tools for it. It didn't turn out half bad, but I didn't do well on a couple things, but didn't play too bad. But it's just, I've got my other Strat now, so that'll maybe be a future modding project somewhere down the road. Like if I get new pickups for that Stratocaster behind the camera, maybe that I'll put those Fender pickups in the StewMac kit. But I have this radius block for sanding neck radiuses. It's not, I mean, obviously I'm not going to use it on this build, but this is just a tool I had in the bag. And then the spreading hammer. I think this is going to be useful throughout my guitar journey. Drill bits, not going to need those. Zip ties, not going to need those. A lot of this is also for building pedal boards. But also I have a lot of wrenches, or not wrenches, but screwdrivers. So like I got a couple screwdriver kits with like all kinds of ends on them. This is another neck holder. This is one that I can travel with. It's a little flimsy, so I don't want to use it for this project for an extended period of time. But like I have metric and standard Allen wrenches, star bits, Torx bits, whatever they are. It's like, these are just basic Walmart tools. For this in particular, let's see, what is this? This is a 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna get these out. I'm gonna get, no, don't need those. I don't think I'll need any metrics. But all my standards right here, I'm gonna use those. I'm gonna use one of these ratcheting screwdrivers that I got. And probably what I'm gonna, I may need a pair of pliers, we'll see. But essentially, I'm just gonna set this down. Huh. Forgot I had these. These are like precision screwdrivers. Huh. Itty bitty little screwdrivers. I forgot I had those. Huh. Didn't know about those. Must have came in the kit. But these are, I'm gonna put all this back in here. If I need something else, I'm just gonna grab it out of this tool bag. Like they're just basic screwdrivers and like precision screwdriver bits. It's nothing fancy. And then this is just my excuse me. This is my kind of guitar kit, guitar tools workshop, like more specialty stuff, like a fret file and a couple like nut files, multi-tool. Like this is some parts for a pedal board. I've got a neck plate in here that I got for a that StewMac kit that I'm going to mod someday. This is the stop tailpiece to the Gretsch, so we'll probably get that out. And like these are the old tuners for the Gretsch. I need to get the old pickup ring. I don't know where it is. If I lost it, I'm not too concerned about it because I'm never going to need it again. Oh, this is handy. It's just a little Leatherman squirt is what they call it, multi-tool. I'll keep that out. This Gretsch also originally had a pick guard on it, but the screw stripped out and I wanted to take it apart and take it off, see how it looked without it. So I may install this back on the guitar. We'll see. And I'll show you real fast. These are those pure tone jacks I was talking about. And this one, I think I've used this one. This was actually the one that was on the Gretsch before I took the wiring harness out. And if you'll notice, like, here's a standard, like, switchcraft, and I don't know if it's a switchcraft, but it's like just a standard TS jack. And see, it's just there's more of these connectors, of the sleeve type connectors, and I think there's a couple tip connectors as well. Like there's like 4 connection points, so I think 2 for the sleeve, 2 for the tip, and it just makes, is that seen in the camera? Or I need to bring it closer. Yeah, there we go. It's just to help keep the jack in there more secure, or I mean the 1/4" cable secured in the jack a little more. I am going to put one of those on the wiring harness, and I'll probably go ahead and install, honestly, I'll probably just go ahead and install the wiring harness. Well, no, I can't do that till the pickups get here. And then there's like some other drill bits that I've had for forever back in my model airplane building days. And then this is the bridge. It's called it says B2 on it. I don't know if that means anything, but I don't know. I may change the bridge out to a different Gretsch bridge someday, but I'm not too concerned about it now. And then here's the stock studs, which I'm gonna need for this project today. Okay. And I don't know where that other pickup ring is. I'll have to find it and put it up. Like I said, I don't need it. I mean, here's what it's looked like. It's just a cheap pickup ring from Gretsch that came stock on the guitar. And see, it's for standard humbuckers. It's not a traditional Lamber'Tron mount. And so I ordered some traditional, they're called, from Lamber'Trons, they're called the LT1. It's called the LT1 base plate. And it matches their LT1 pickup mounting option. And so now the fun part, we'll move all this aside and we'll see the goodies that I got from Sweetwater today. I ate all the candy, like some root beer chewy thingies and some peppermints. We'll get to what's in this box in a minute. So I technically gonna have 3 new guitars. The 335 is my cousin's. He asked me to put some strings on it, work on it, play it, make some videos with it for a while. And so I got some of my favorite strings as of yet. I mean, I've not even really tried any others, but I love the, like these are just what I use and this is what I like. And, look at that. So, classic. Got a sticker in there. Okay, get that out. We'll get all this out, take the box away. Alright, so first, the tusk nut. So I looked up on the Fender website, or not the Fender, I did the Fender serial number lookup to get the exact specs on my guitar. Like it even shows the color and everything, and the model. So this is a Graphtec tusk nut. It's man-made ivory, it's white, just like going to be on the original guitar. It's a flat bottom nut, I believe. Yeah, it's the length is 1.68 inches, which should correspond, if I remember to get the right size, is 1 11/16 of an inch, which is the same size as on the Gretsch itself. Okay, and then this is for when I get the Bigsby. This is a Vibramate string spoiler. It's to make string changes earlier, and I'm not going to talk about this right now because there's really no point because I don't have the Bigsby yet. But when I get the Bigsby, I'll be sure to make a video explaining all that. Then we have, this is probably the most important, these are Grovers. These are the, let me make sure here, the 502C Rotomatic locking tuners. So the 502CK is what they have keystone buttons. I didn't want keystone buttons. I just wanted the chrome Grover tuning machine heads. You know, just making sure the camera can see those. Comes with all the hardware. This is what we're going to install today. And then, so if you'll notice here, I've not even really looked at this. Genuine Gretsch parts. This is one order from TV Jones because they're like officially associated with the Gretsch. But we have knob Gretsch G Aero Chrome, and these are right here. So this is, first we'll show the little guy. This is for the wiring harness, the selector switch, 3-way selector switch. If you want you have the option when you get the TV, it's the tone pot wiring harness from TV Jones. It should be here next week. You have the option to keep your stock knobs, but they did say the selector switch tip will not fit. They didn't offer an option to like keep your old switch tip or get a new one. They said you're gonna have to get a new one, but like the knobs were a different story. I could have kept my stock knobs, but I wanted to get these gorgeous knobs because I've always liked the way they looked. The first time I saw them, I fell in love with them. And they're Gretsch knobs, and they're chrome, and they have this G with the arrow on them, and they're knurled, and they're set screws. So you had to, so stock knobs, they're spline. Oh, whew. Stock knobs are splined on the inside. In fact, I have a couple of them right here. So this is a this is what came out of the Gretsch. These little itty bitty pots, they're probably just worth like 10 cents. But if you can see, the if I wanted to keep my stock knobs, which look like this, they're plastic. They weren't horrible, but I wanted to do something different. I mean, they're kind of cool, like a mirror thing, like they're black on the top, or no, not like, I don't know. It's kind of cool how they made these. They're clear, but they have like a black bottom, but they're knurled. So, or not knurled, they're spline shaft. So if you would have wanted to use your stock knobs, you would have had to get spline pots. But if you wanted to get replacement knobs, you would have had to get solid because they have that set screw right there. So I wanted the Gretsch knobs. I think they look fantastic. And so that's essentially the tools I got. I mean, the parts that I have come in. Like I said, the pickup rings will be here next week, and the whatchamacallits, the wiring harness, and then I'll be able to save up for the pickups in Bigsby. So we're gonna stuff all that back down in there. And I'm probably gonna, so I'm gonna take the string spoiler, I'm gonna take the nut, I'm gonna put it down in there, and we're just gonna set this box on the shelf of doom. That's what I'm calling it right now. Just got all my various cables, some spray paint and whatnot. And I'm gonna take these and put them in my secret stash here, where I'm finally able to use them. All right, so now let's get this guitar. After we get all this just kind of out of the way, we don't need these anymore. Because you know, the problem with these import guitars, they're just made cheaply. And like I said, this one plays good, but they skimped on the electronics. Yeah, so it's really light without anything in it. So this is the guitar. I'm not going to be able to fit it in the whole frame, and I don't feel like moving this camera. So it is a Gretsch model G2622 Streamliner. Like I said, a 2021. Like I said, and if you'll notice, these are regular humbucker routes. These are not Gretsch Lamber'Trons style routes. But Curtis helped me make sure I got some new rings. He said, at first I said I'd like a drop-in replacement because I thought that was an offering. But he said, no, you got to get the Gretsch rings if you want to put stock Lamber'Trons in this guitar. So he helped me make sure I get the right ones. And also, I'm also using this Ernie Ball Tech mat. It's just really cool to keep your desk and guitar from getting scratching one another. And we're gonna scoot this back a little bit. We'll scoot this call back, or holder back. And so now let's pop open these tuners and get to install them. And okay. Woo, doggy. I've never gotten to install new tuners like this. This is new. This is cool. By the looks of it, they're not numbered or anything. Okay. Protected in plastic. Lifetime guarantee. And I did a review on Sweetwater said these were indeed a drop-in replacement. And so what I may have to do is Google how to install these, which is kind of funny considering that I bought them. Oh, they're numbered. There's 1, 2, there's PW, PW, PW2. So I'm assuming, oh, I get it. 2 goes on, well, that doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, here's 2. Some of them, most of them are labeled 2. So we'll flip this over. They just drop in like that. If I remember, okay, so like I said, this is kind of trial and error for me. I may have to do some Googling because I have never done this before. See, that's cool. That's so cool. Like how the locking mechanism works. See, is there like a QR code I can scan? Get this little baggie of hardware open. Hope that it doesn't spill out everywhere. See, I'm gonna need an itty bitty little screwdriver for these tuners. Okay, so I'm assuming that this goes, so we put a tuner in. Like right here. Then we put a washer on. And then we just screw it down. Just like that. Yeah. That looks right. So now we just do that for all of them. And okay. I wish I knew what the PW meant. I'll just go ahead and put these. By the way, I'm gonna make myself put some music in this video. Music is by my good friend Dallas Smith. Also like the music, like on Apple Music, is under the name Rito Smith. He's a phenomenal musician, and he's got some great tunes out there. So like look him up on SoundCloud, on YouTube at Dallas Smith Arkansas or Dallas Smith AR. Go subscribe to him and help his channel out. See, I mean, he just does. He's not. I don't think he takes it nearly as serious as I want to. Like as as all these videos and whatever. But he likes just posting stuff of him playing. He's a way better guitar player than I am. And he's also got some cool guitars. And yeah. So that's all that's who all this music is by. He's a good buddy of mine. Alright. So now we're gonna get that itty bitty little screwdriver. I'm gonna use a screwdriver. I'm not gonna use a other thing. I'm not gonna, if I got a screwdriver small enough to fit these little. This one looks small enough. Oh yeah, that's money. Just an itty bitty little screwdriver. So now, we're just gonna go ahead and get these set in their holes, and we'll tighten them up last, but and they should be a drop-in replacement. The holes align, so that's a positive. That was my only real big concern, that the holes wouldn't align. And these screws, they're going in, they're just not going in very deep. But I bet when I tighten the top side, that'll help. I may have to get some different screws, like were originally in here. Oh, that one's tightening up. Whew. Last thing you want to do is drop one of these bad boys. Okay. And last one. And these new tuners will be partially installed. I think that hole might be stripped. I hope not. Okay, so now, yeah, I think we're still good as far as camera goes. So now, I'm gonna go out on a limb. What do I think this is gonna be? We're gonna try a 7/16. No? Okay. 3/8. Too big. 15-30 seconds. Just spinning. Huh. I doubt it's metric. These are Grovers. Oh yeah, 7/16. Just not wanting to get a... Oh, okay. I see the problem. Socket's not deep enough. Let me try one of these. Yeah, that one really is not going to work. Nope, wrong one. Oh, I gotta get the ratcheting attachment, the 1/4" drive attachment. These shipped with. I can dig it out of one of these. Aha, here it is. Adapter. Just stick that little guy on there. That little guy on there like that. Something tells me that these are metric. I don't know what it is. Like, it just doesn't seem to want to get a good bite on there. I mean, sure, these aren't like deep sockets. I get that. But at the same time, they should still be like getting somewhat of a bite. Get the other, here they are. My metric sockets. So those aren't going to fit. Tell you what, I'm going to run and go get a 7/16 inch wrench. Let me put some... Okay, so did a little searching. It's not an 11mm, it's a 10mm. So if any of you ever, and okay, funny, real fast, I have a 10mm right here, but it's just not a deep socket. It's not deep enough to get over the tuner peg. So I may have to get like some a set, like just a set of these 1/4" drive deep sockets, so that I don't have to do that anymore. Like I can get a set of 1/4" drive deep sockets, so that way I don't have to go searching for one of these, both in metric and in standard. So it's a 10mm socket. So put it right there, and we're just going to hand tighten it. I don't think it's got to be just absolutely like just wrench tight. I don't want to break the tuners or the wood. Okay, so now we'll flip it over. We'll tighten the screws. Okay, so that one is stripped, the hole. That one tightened up. That one's stripped. That one's stripped. That one's stripped. They're all stripped. Or they just won't go any deeper. Is my PRS like this? Does it hold? Someone replaced the tuners on this one. Let me see if I get one of my old tuner screws, if that'll help it out. Here's one. I think they were originally longer, and that's why it's not working. Like if this one, well, let's see, that one tightened up. This one's stripped. So if we just back this out of here, see, here's the original versus the one that I have. Okay, so it's not stripped, it's just the screw needed to be longer. You can see that. I'm holding them both by their head at about the same position, so it's significantly longer. If I insert this right here, it fits. This doesn't bother me. Like, it's just the screw. It's going down in there, and it's actually getting somewhat tighter. It's still a little stripped out, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it's the best I can do. That is not a screw. This one. This one. But hey, I'll have these screws on hand for like the pit guard or whatever. I mean, it's not the end of the world, that's for sure. Just a little bit of a bummer. That one's got pretty tight. This one's not getting tight, so we're gonna take it out and we're just gonna put in that. I didn't want to have to drill new holes for the tuners, so that's why I got these in particular, because like I said, Sweetwater said that they were a direct replacement, or a review on Sweetwater did. That's getting pretty tight. Not 100% tight, which I don't guess is a problem. We'll find out though, won't we? Let's go ahead and remove all these. I'm leaving one of the original Grover screws in the holes. I think these lockers are just gonna like upgrade this guitar so much. Like when I get it coupled with that nut and with the Bigsby. Bigsby's are notoriously bad for tuning stability. And I know you probably can't see this too well, but I'm literally just putting screws in the holes. Maybe turn that camera down just a little. So. And I suppose I could have done an over the head shot, but I like this shot pretty well. Push that down. One more. And it's just significantly tighter. Like you can feel like it biting into the wood a little better. It's not getting like tight, but so we're not going into fresh wood, but I think I'm gonna call that good. I think that's good. Might need to lubricate these at some point. But yeah, and then we're gonna put these screws in my thing here. There's a bunch of like various nuts and screws and washers, and like these, I don't think I'll need these, but like these comes with the pots. I guess it's to keep the pots from spinning. If you're in the comments and you know what the purpose of these particular washers is, I'm too lazy to Google it, so just tell me. Send it in the comments. I think it's to keep like a pot from spinning when you're trying to screw it in, or screw the nut on top, which makes sense. And like there's some on the output jack that I had to install, so I'll just have to make sure that they get, put these back up. I'll just have to make sure that they end up somewhere to hold that output jack secure. Okay. Okay. So now, that's done. The screws are out of the side, the pit guard screws. I'm going to wait to install the pit guard back on this guitar until I have it fully operational, as they say. And what I am going to do though, is go ahead, because since I'm not getting the Bigsby right now, I'm putting these studs back in just hand tight for the time being. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching this video with me. We got a couple things done on the Gretsch. We got the new tuners installed and they look really good just sitting up here. It's nice not having empty tuner holes anymore. I hope that you'll like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to get to 100 subscribers this year. Maybe God will take it further than that. Who knows? Turn on your notifications for new video drops. I can't wait to start getting more parts in and have just a big building party for the guitar. It's got a couple strings on it like we saw just for now to keep some tension on the neck. Remember what Easter's all about. We're coming up on Easter Sunday. This is I think it's called Silent Saturday. This is the day after Good Friday, the day before Easter. And if you're not a Christian and you're watching this, I'm a Christian. If I ever loved guitars more than Jesus, then I've sinned and I've failed my God who saved me. He died for you so that you can be free from your sins. He died for you because he loves you. He died for you so that you can come be righteous again. I mean, you're still going to sin even after you're saved, but your unrighteousness is no longer held against you. So if you come, you confess your sins, you say, God, I know I'm a sinner, I agree with you that I'm a sinner, and I need you to come into my life and be Lord and Savior. He will do that, and he will save you from your sins, and he rose at Easter is celebrating the resurrection, where he rose from the dead. He proved that he was the Son of God. He did what he said he was going to do, and I mean, today, if we're looking at it from like a perspective, yesterday was Good Friday, I bet today there was a lot of hopelessness felt. But there's no point, but just remember that even if you're feeling hopeless now, there's always going to be joy in the morning. Especially tomorrow morning. I mean, even if this morning theoretically felt hopeless, because by the calendar today, Jesus is technically still in the tomb. Like, if you're just going in order of events, you have Good Friday, I think it's called Silent Saturday, where Jesus was in the tomb, and then Easter morning, where he rose again. So, I'm just saying, if you think things look hopeless now, Jesus is ready to resurrect you, and we're going to celebrate his resurrection tomorrow. And I'm not a theologian, but I think I know enough to be dangerous, as a lot of people do. But if you feel hopeless, Jesus has the answer to your hopelessness. He can give you hope, he can give you purpose, he can give you a future. I hope that I hope that everyone watching this has a blessed Easter. And again, if you don't know who Jesus is, you need to find out. Because like I said, none of this matters. None of this matters one bit. Yeah, he saved my life, and I'm forever grateful for that, and I can't wait to go to heaven and be with him. And if this seems foolish, sometimes it even seems foolish to me. It seems too good to be true. Like, how can it be that I win everything and lose nothing? That's what the beauty of the gospel message is. It's so simple that a dummy can understand it, or a smart person can understand it. It's for everybody. God doesn't care who you are. He wants to save you from your sin. So God bless you, and have a blessed Easter. Bye.